morning, everybody. I want to welcome you back to my series Le Jardin Royale by the papers by Joey Cardmaker. I'm doing a collaboration with Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals with his beautiful kit found on Etsy. And I haven't filmed for a couple days. I've been busy, but I've had my head into it. Let me tell you, I've got some cute flips. I think the last thing I did was I took a Tim Holtz right here. I took a Tim Holtz, like his little, why am I blank? I'm blank because I'm thinking about I have to leave. His ephemera. It was snippets. His packaging, and I made a flip. I sandwiched the top that folds over in between two book pages and created this flip with Joey's things. These are just tucked in here. They're not, I need to put a tie on it. But I was thinking this morning when I woke up, I'd like to put some kind of a thing on there. Oh, I got to show you this too. I bought a couple of kits from Tailor Made Journals. She has some French kits. I don't know, several actually. And I think I bought two. One of them was printing backwards. So I need to bring it up on my computer, and I don't understand why it's backwards. It looks backwards to me. This one is letters. They're going backwards. I'll have to figure that one out. I don't know. But I've gone through and torn them, the documents. And one of them has 3 to it. Aren't they beautiful? Look at these. This one, I got a blue kit too. This was one. And then this is some type of an envelope. I've just torn it. I brought them home after I printed them at the library, and I coffee dyed it. So it looks like this goes. I haven't really looked at them. I just printed them, brought them home, coffee dyed them last night. This morning I took the iron to them and pressed them out. I'll have to figure this out. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is just, maybe she has a video about it. Actually, I think this is, I don't know what it is. I'm going to follow her lines. I bet there's a video to this. That looks like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know. This is the back of a letter. I think it started out, look at that. This was a separate. And then I got to the library and I only had $7. And I generally spend, anywhere from $15 to $29 printing while I'm there. And I told the gal, I said, I have to quit. I only brought $7, and I could have printed 2 more pieces. I think this is the front, and then this was the back, and then I don't know. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'm not going to work on those right now anyway. Tailor Made Journals, beautiful, beautiful French kits. So I guess I want to make a thing. He's got some buttons, and I'm pretty sure I have them ready in my ephemera. Let's see. So I have a house to clean this morning. Here's my little thingy. I have a house to clean this morning. And then I started my granddaughter's bedroom. They're off on spring break all week. And Monday I didn't go. Tuesday I went over and started working on her walls. I guess in my past life I must have been a construction worker. I don't know. I have a love for saws, and here they are. I did have a couple. And these are ready. I love saws and running saws and pounding nails and all that stuff. I just love it. So I'm thinking I'll make a, excuse me for clearing my throat, some kind of a, let's see, this is good on both sides. I want to make a little thing like this. I'm just going to do it. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. And maybe up inside, like this. And I'm going to get rid of this. Let me... This is my last house of the week. I did one yesterday. I had an oil change at 10 o'clock. My car was at 5%. And I called last week to get it, set up a time. I have a local, there's a gas station locally, and he does everything for my car. Everything from tires to, I had to buy a new alternator. Whatever it is, I haven't had to do anything else, I guess. Alternator's the first thing. I bought a battery there. I like him. His name is Denny's. I go to Denny's. His wife works in there. She's just super sweet. So I sit and chat with her while I'm having my work done. And sounds like the dentist, doesn't it? My work done. Anyway, so I'm going to round these. I'm just going to round them just so I'm going to cover it with fabric, but I'm going to round them anyway to start out. And I had a chat with her. My oil change was at 10. Then I came home, gathered my head, and headed to my house. It's the house where I take care of the little dog. I clean her house. And she's been really, really busy, and she just messaged me the other day. It actually has been about once a week I go up. But she works a lot. She's got a very good job and a very demanding job. And what should I cover this with? How about one of these? I haven't been out here. My desk hasn't been clean. It's hideous. How about, let's make it, I like this. This is going to be glued down. Isn't it crazy how I do things? I just don't measure. There's no reason to waste this beautiful paper on the back because I'm gluing it down. So there's my tear. I still can't find my metal ruler. I have an Amazon cart that's been sitting waiting. I need to pay attention to it, but I just haven't gotten back to it. So anyway, I went to the lumberyard yesterday and bought some more wood. I buy the wood, the plywood. It's an underlayment, and then I cut it in 6-inch strips that are 8 foot long. So they're 6 by 8 feet. And that's what I put on the wall with my nail gun. Have nail gun will travel. And it looks like shiplap when I get it up. I don't space it. You're supposed to space it with the width of like a nickel. You put your first board up, make sure it's level. Put a nickel in between the next one so that you've got your space. You can paint the wall black behind. I don't do that. And it's cheaper than buying actual shiplap, which can be quite expensive. So my granddaughter, my son, put new windows in the whole house, and he put them in her bedroom. She has it was 3 windows wide on one wall and 2 windows wide on the other, because it's a early 1900s house. And he put in new, I'll just go like this, that's not going to work, new slider windows. And obviously there's some plaster. It's the what do you call it? Lath plaster around the old cutout. I don't know any other way to explain it. So I don't want to. He's busy. My son is so busy. He has a full-time job, and then he has a business, an eBay business actually, and a gun shop and a bait shop. But he's not doing the bait and tackle stuff this year because the kids are in soccer, and then he has to miss the soccer on Saturdays, and he had 2 springs where he was having to miss their things, and he's like, I'm not doing it anymore. I kind of want this to be different, but I don't think that would look good. So we're just gonna continue on with my weird way of measuring. But I do want this pretty on the inside. I'll do a different one. We'll open it up to something else. Let's see. So anyway, I volunteered to go over there and do it because I've done it to my house. I did my bedroom, my bathroom, and my kitchen, dining room, living room. Half walls. I've done half walls. Well, anyway, what I did at my granddaughter's is I put a whole sheet of it up, 4x8, 4 foot tall, 8 foot wide. I put that up on her wall. And then I put the next one up on her wall. And then I'm going to turn that into a batten. It's called board and batten, where you take a 1x3 and you run it up to hide that where you join the 2. And then I'm going to go like this way. And then above that, I left a 2-inch space. From that, a 2-inch space, and I put the shiplap on the top part. And I ran I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to put a 1x4 across that middle section with hooks for her, for all her hats or her, she's got wrestling medals. She's got a shelf she's got displays for that, for her medals that I got her for Christmas. I got her one. She actually needs another one because it's way too full. So anyway, I'm going to put old schoolhouse hooks on it. It'll be really cute. And so the bottom is done. The top is done on one wall. I went over yesterday I stopped at the lumberyard and picked up, I had another 4x8 cut in 6-inch strips. They do it for me at the lumberyard. Here's what I do, guys, when I want it real dark. There, look at that. It's luscious. I picked that up, and they put it in the back of my SUV, and they run it up over the dash. I put a towel on my dash, and it'll go clear in there, 8 feet long. So, where do my circles go? I always get ahead of myself. Let's do the inside. What color should we have the inside be? I wish I had a green. I have the blue. I don't want that. I want a solid color. Let's see. Let me think. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get something out of my stash. Okay, let's use this. So anyway, I went over there, delivered the wood, and I couldn't find my tape measure. I don't really want this. So, and I also forgot my my sawhorses. The other day I was screaming because I was using a chair and a table, a coffee table thing, for my sawhorses because I forgot them. And they have some in their basement. My daughter-in-law says, we've got them in the basement. And I said, I'll just bring my own. And I forgot them. And I said, well, it doesn't matter. I'll come back tomorrow with my tape measure. I left my tape measure there, and we can't find it. I said, I got to have my tape measure. I need to bring my long level and my sawhorses. So I'm going to clean my house today, and then I'm going to go over. I'll come home and eat lunch. I might take them a pizza. Maybe I'll do that. Message them and say, Grandma's bringing a pizza. Maybe I'll do that. I think I'm going to the movie tonight. I asked my 16-year-old grandson and his girlfriend, and then his brother is 12. Is he 13? Oh my God, he's 13. What am I talking about? There's a new movie that starts tonight. It's not Liam Neeson. It's Jason Statham, who happens to be my favorite actor. Oh my God, I love him. He's gorgeous. When I found out he had a wife, I was heartbroken. Anyway, he's got a new movie out, and it starts tonight in my local theater. And I said, you guys, please go with Grandma. Let's go. It's like a shooting, killing, mystery kind of he's so good. If you haven't seen his movie, The Beekeeper, that's, I think, the last one he was in. Watch it. It has nothing to do with bees. It's how bees protect the hive and the queen. Kind of basically that theory. I'll just tell you, it's about a branch of the United States government that nobody knows about, like a secret group. And he is in it. Well, he retires out of it. Here I am. I'm telling you the plot. I'll just tell you the plot. He retires out of it, and then he's just living a quiet life as a beekeeper on a farm for a lady, minding her hives. And I'm not going to tell you anymore. You just got to look it up. It's freaking amazing movie. It's so good. He's always good, though. And he's got an English accent, of course, because who doesn't love that? So, see, I can do this all day long, but this works better. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, I want to go to his movie tonight. It's going to cost me a fortune because I'll have to pay for everybody. And then we'll have to sneak candy in my purse. I don't normally carry a purse. I carry a purse when I go to the movie. Or I go thrifting. I have to hook it over my shoulder. But we'll go buy some movie theater candy. We buy the popcorn and the pop and all that. But I always say, what do you guys like? And I always take Junior Mints in. Got to eat Junior Mints in the movie. Some want M&M's. Some of them like those hot tamales. And then we will have fun. So I'm hoping that happens tonight. I really want to see it. Okay, there's that. So now we're going to, why is that? I don't like that. Little sliver showing. Now let's do this. Oh, I better make it go the same direction. What am I doing? I almost messed up. So, that's my world. It's supposed to be warm today. It's supposed to be 79. Let's just say 80 and get it over with, newscasters. They were saying 82 before. So, man, I'll take it. The lake people will be coming back. They were here. My neighbors were here last weekend. And, you know, everybody's going to be starting to come in and clean their leaves up around stuff. And they'll be bringing their boats back and putting their lifts in the lake. It's a little early for that. The next couple weeks, everybody will be trying to get their boats in. Get them out of storage anyway. And then the noise begins. Every weekend where I live, it's boats, cars, trucks, people walking around half-dressed. Well, women in their swimming suits with cover-ups on, carrying a beer to the neighbors. A lot of chitter-chatter outside. Everybody's talking. We have cookouts. You know, the neighbor will say, I'm going to make Philly steak sandwiches. If you want to come. You don't have to make anything. But, you know, then there's like, 4 or 5 families that meet there. And Last year I had, I hosted one in my backyard. And we just hang out. I go home when I'm over it. When I've had enough people, I say, okay, I'm out. But it's good times. It's been a long winter. It gets quiet here, which is good. I like that. I like my aloneness of my life. Does that make sense? If I want people, I go. And it's generally just my grandkids and my kids. I can seek it out if I want it, or I can stay home and hibernate. If I get lonely or bored, I go thrifting, I go to my kids. There, how's that? I think that's good. I'm going to glue it down anyway, but I want to address this little button thing. Okay, where did I put those? Here they are. Oh, I wish I would have done a brad through them and done it before this. All right, I'm just going to glue them. That's what I wish I would have done. But I forgot. So we will just do this. That looks like the center. Poo-poo. I still could and then put something under it. I still could. These are rusty. I love them. I rusted a whole thing of them. Those need to dry. I could do that and then put a circle on the back side. Or some kind of an image. I think I'll do that, but I'm going to let them dry. Let's let this dry. Let's come back to this. I need to put some more papers in. So there's that. This is this. This coordinates with that. So how's everybody? I hope you're doing well. If I do this, I can put a pocket. A pocket? Let's see. How about if we take this halfway. Where's my knife? I think I'll go halfway and use this for the pocket front. So I'm going to cut this down. 2 of these. I'm going to glue them together. Let's cut it. There's that one. And let's get this one. All right, let's. So I've got a little cleaning up to do in here. Clean up on aisle 5. These are the pages. When you tear them out, sometimes you don't get it all. If you don't go back and clean it up ahead of time. I did quite a bit of it. You can look down through the top and see where your pages are. I have another kind of a journal I need to take that to the library. I took a tub of books into the library. She asked me to bring some in for a display. They have a really nice sized display case. There's an artist that has all his acrylics and oils and pastels and all that in there. His brushes. It's a beautiful display. Maybe I'll take a picture. That was dumb. I just tore that page. Well, we're covering it anyway. And they put displays in. What's going on here? All right, this is what I want to do. That's the back page. I'm going to make a pocket that'll fit this. So we need to go down a little more. Oh, that goes the other way. I don't like that. Do I care? I kind of do. I'll use the stripe. Dang it. All right. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Where'd my glue go? Oh, it's right here. Duh. Are you blind? So what was I saying? Today I have my Margaret. She's 87. She has a husband that's probably the same age-ish. And they are busy, busy people. They farm. They have sons that are there all the time. Their kids are always there. Their daughter-in-law. Check on them. Today, the one son will be there when I get there. Or if not, he'll be coming while I'm there. He comes every day and checks on his mom, even though they farm together, to see if there's anything she needs done. They have a huge house, so all I do is her floors, and then I do a little, once in a while I'll do a pet project, like, well, I always sit on my butt and go down the stairs and dust her. They have an open staircase with pedestal at the bottom, and what do you call them? The spindles. I dust those, and sometimes I'll say, I did all your pictures going down. She has a gallery of pictures going down. I generally do that every 2 weeks too, but I'll just take on a different thing in a room and I'll say, I did all your pictures in the blue bedroom, or things like that. She's so sweet. I absolutely adore her. Oh my gosh. And she gives me little surprises once in a while. Around Valentine's, yeah, she gave me a Valentine gift. And then she went in the other room. She says, I have one more thing. And she brought me out a chenille bedspread, an actual antique one with the flowers on the centers and the design all around in pink and red, pink and green, because that's the theme of the bedroom I'm redoing. It's called Granny Core, actually. If you want to know the name of it, I wallpapered the room in real tiny, beautiful roses. It's very. I put a sconce on the wall. It's very grandma-ish. How's that? It's going to be really pretty. This is too big, so I can always. I'll put something along there. I'm just going to go with it. This is going to be a little too long, but we'll trim that. So I'm going to make this a pocket. I'll edge that out with lace. That's what I'll do. We'll make it work. I'm going to glue these two pages together and along the bottom. There, I've made a pocket out of 2 pages. I'm going to add this. So I'm as busy as I want to be, or busier than I don't want to be. Does anybody else feel like retirement isn't really retirement? Maybe we just take on things so we feel like we remain relevant. Is that what it is? I think we're relevant anyway. My daughter-in-law stopped to get my granddaughter last weekend. She stayed overnight with me. Actually, it was the weekend before. And my 2 other grandchildren were sleeping in the car. One's a baby girl, She's 7 months old, actually probably 8 by now. You forget that you add another month on there. And my grandson was 3 yesterday. Anyway, he woke up and realized that she had walked in my house, and he realized where she was, and he was crying. And she said he cried all the way to my other sons. I want my grandma. And he was crying, Grandma, all the way. Oh my God, it just melted my heart. Grandma, Grandma, Grandma. That's so cute. I said he just likes my new toys because every time he comes, I have new toys. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. How about a piece of lace? And then I better get to getting. At least go see what time it is. I don't know where this, 10 yards for $1. I don't know where that came from. I think this came from my Margaret, actually. She gave me a whole box full of stuff one time. Yeah, that'll work. How about we put 2 layers on there? That's what we'll do. To make sure we can get the whole, what I need to do. I need to do this so I can see what's going on. Put 2 layers on. I don't know where the lid went. Joey likes my fabric for the book cover, so that's what I'm going to do. He wrote that on a comment on one of my videos that he liked the fabric idea. So for Joey, I love that fabric too, though. It's very beautiful. It's got a gold behind it. And I have these gold flakes. I shouldn't have told you that. That was going to be a secret. I'm going to add those also. I have a double row. Okay, guys, I think that's going to have to be it for today because I want to upload this before I leave, and I want to not be late for my Margaret. All right, there's one pocket. What could we pop in there real quick just for fun? Let's see, is there a little card? Let's put this gentleman in there. Oh, where's my opening? I got to be careful because everything's wet. Oh, come on. I can't see. I don't want to pull on this lace. There we go. Oops, he's upside down. Standing on his head. There we go. We got a pocket. Then I'll do the other side with something else. And then let's put this little guy can go in here. So there's 2, there's 2, there's 2. Let's put that. Let's see, how long have I been going? 33 minutes. I don't have time to do this. I need to get, I could put this on the book page. That'd be kind of pretty. Let's glue these together. I don't have any actual book page showing. I don't tend to do that. I don't know why. I don't want to take time looking at the words, I guess. I do love book page. Anyway, back to the library. I have to, my journals are in there. Last night I sat and typed up a thing. She said, would you type up something about what it is, how you do it, blah, 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 because you know how it is. Nobody really gets it. So I typed up a 1-page with short paragraphs to put in there. There's like a wall behind it where they can read what it's all about. And I got that ready. I got to print it. I can print that at home. I just don't print my color at home because I don't have a, whatever those kind of printers are. I have inkjet, not laser. Laser, I can coffee dye at any point. I can't coffee dye inkjet without it It runs. It just doesn't work. Is this guy just glued together? 53? Yeah. Is that it? It feels so thin. Why does that feel so thin? I think I'll do another one. Where did I just put that glue? Am I losing my freaking mind? There it is. Oh my God, it fell back there. I'm going to do 3 pages together and give it a little more substance for that folder. A little more. There. Now I think I'll round it. For God's sake, my fingers, I feel like a klutz. Here we go. And let's put this on. Yeah, let's do it. If it looks if it looks boring, we'll do something else. So I hope everybody has a nice Thursday or Friday if you're down under. I think they're probably sound asleep down there right now. I don't know. Maybe it might be like, I always ask my Google, what time is it in South Australia? Okay, Google, what time is it in South Australia? There's that. I need to add the strings. I possibly will go ahead and put these brads in that I don't know where they went. Not to worry. There's more where that came from. I'll poke a hole with my awl, which is not handy, and put these rusty brads on. Yeah, I like that idea better. I think these will stay, but okay, that's it for now. I'm going to go about my day, get this uploaded, and I'm excited to work on this. The weekend's coming. I don't think I have anything going on. I can spend more time in it. I had this little paper clip. I was going to pin something in. What was it? Well, we're not going to worry about it right now. That's it, guys. I'm off for the day, and I hope you have a great day, a great Thursday. I hope it's warming up where you're at. Gosh, it's been a long winter. It's just been a terrible long winter. It's just been, this last storm we had was so bad. It was so bad. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. But I don't want to leave my home and go south either. So I need to quit complaining and be thankful. Love you all. Bye-bye.